All right, y'all. We're back. Another night, another opportunity to spend time with you guys and to talk about something. I have something that I want to talk about right away. If you guys have something you would like me to talk about, ask away. The first thing that I want to talk about is this thing about um game manager versus game changer. And I get a kick out of it all the time. I understand that it's entertainment and it gives me something to entertain about too. Should Pope still be the coach at UK? I think so, Gadget. So, game changer versus game manager. First of all, in my opinion, neither one is a bad thing. For some reason, that I don't understand, whenever it happened, game changer became a negative. It's the same thing back in the day when the whole thought process of system quarterback was a negative. It makes no damn sense. Here's the reason why. All that matters is fucking wins and losses. The perception of your performance or your team's performance from an outsider makes no damn difference. Second of all, what is a game changer? What is a game manager? Everyone has their own opinion, their own definition of both. I'm going to tell you this. I think when I played quarterback in Little League, I know this is crazy for me to go back this far, but I want to tell y'all something. This is why I can go back. The Little League team I played on, the majority of us went to college for free. Gadget, I don't know yet. Don't know if he is a game manager, game changer. I don't know. Let's see how we use him. When I was playing Little League, my running back was Warwick Dunn. My my tight end was, God rest his soul, K Frank. K Frank went on. He played NFL. Obviously, y'all know Warwick Dunn played NFL. I played NFL. Our entire offensive line played D1 football. One of my wide receivers would have played D1 football, not for grades. My other wide receiver would have played D1 football if not, well, I mean, NFL football if not for passing away. Um, so there was talent all over that field. So for me, I was a game manager, in my opinion, because all I had to do was get the ball to the playmakers and let them roll. So Little League, I was a game manager. Who do you think wins, Oregon or Indiana? I think Oregon gets. I don't think Oregon's gonna allow, and it's not allowed. I think it's very difficult to beat a team twice. Um, so I think IU has the pieces, but I just think it's fake. Now the toughest part is who's gonna win the other game. I digress. I'll get back to that. So when I went to play middle school and high school football, I went with one of my players. I didn't. Marquise was a running back for us. He played D1 football. Was Sunbelt freshman offensive player of the year. So I played high school football with him. It's him and I. When I went to high school and middle school, I had to become a game changer. I was the guy who had the ball in my hands every snap. The teams I was on required me to be able to make plays. Simple as that. So I became a game changer. No matter which one of those, when I was a game manager, in my Pee Wee history, I lost 2 games in 3 years. 2 games out of 30 something. So I was a game manager. High school took our team at that point to the furthest we've ever been to the quarterfinals. I was the game changer. I won 2 championships in Pee Wee out of 3 years as a game manager. I would say this. I'm going to say this. I was a game manager my first 2 years of Pee Wee. My last year of Little League, all those guys I'll tell you about, remember, if you don't remember last broadcast, I played my entire senior year of football, almost my entire senior year of football as a 16-year-old. So I had one more year in that age group while all those guys left. So my last year of Pee Wee, I had to become a game changer. And we lost in the championship game, which is some bullshit. I don't want to go into that right now. I might go into that another day. So all of my game changer games, I guess we went to the quarterfinals, was not as successful as me being a game manager. I say that to say this, y'all. What about that CJ dude we just landed for the football team? So we did get Baxter. Hmm. Five. So I don't know, y'all. The TikToks are doing something about me. The notice, I'm still not sure why this got restricted. Huh. I don't know. So whatever. So okay. I'm not mad at Baxter. Look, y'all, all this stuff on paper, and because he played at Texas, and because a kid played at Elon, because a kid played at Harvard, because a kid played at Arizona State, it doesn't matter. Let's see how he does when he gets here. It's as simple as that for me. How does he play when he gets here? We shall see. I mean, we've had some guys who played well other places, don't play well here. Will Levis didn't play well at Penn State and balled out here. So let's see how he gels well with the coaches. So look, Young, I hope so too. I'm a Kentucky fan. I hope everybody we get reach their potential. So I get to this, y'all. Cam Newton was a game changer. Period. Cam Newton, in my opinion, is probably okay. Cam Newton probably had the best year of a college quarterback, maybe a college player in the history of college football. I'm gonna say this as modern day history because I'm 50, so I'm not gonna go to the 60s and all that stuff. I don't know, but in modern history, I want y'all to understand this. Look at that Auburn team and see how many NFL players came off of that offense. That guy single handedly propelled that team to a national championship. I don't think there's any other quarterback. I don't think there's any other quarterback that could have done what he did. Period. Not Vince Young, Um, Not Tim Tebow, not Mike Vick. None of those guys could have done what Cam did on that Auburn team. Go look at some of those games. Look at that Alabama game where they were down, what, as I remember, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns at halftime. Shit, the game against us in Lexington. He was a game changer. Now, we go back to other teams, other great quarterbacks that have played unbelievable football on this level. Was Tua a game changer or a game manager? Tua was a game manager. Joe Burrow, was he a game changer or a game manager? I think he was kind of in between. He wasn't a game changer, and he was a little bit more than a game manager. But when you fucking have Ja'Marr Chase and Jordan Jefferson in a wasn't that Randy Moss son as tight end and that offensive line and Edwards-Helaire, y'all, come on. Not saying that the game is easier, because I'm gonna get into that. Not saying the game is easier, but when a game manager, you are allowed to have the game come to you and not press so hard because you know you have dudes with you. Different with Ravens game manager surrounded by talent. Lamar with Raven games changer. He is the talent. Lamar, look, that's so let's do this. I've been on both sides of the fence. It is harder to be a game manager it is to be a game changer. It is much harder. Now, it's much harder on a game changer because there's pressure on him. He's got to make up. But a game manager has to check his ego at the door and play the game a certain way so as to not put his team in bad situations. So me as a quarterback, I have to know down and distance. I have to know the quarter. I have to know how long is this deep. Did this defense just come off a 12-play drive, or they just got a turnover on the 3-play drive? Is the ball on our side of the field or the ball on their side of the field? How much time on the clock? How many timeouts? What do I have to do to put our team in the best situation possible? Because I have to know all that stuff to be a game manager. I have to know if we run. Okay, I'll say this. I have to know. I see pressure. I know that this team, this defensive coordinator, likes to bring pressure in this situation. Do I chance it when I misread the blitz? I know I potentially got a guy open. I can throw it out there with the potential of him catching it, but what if they pick it off? A game manager has to assess all of those situations, and in that environment, is it best for me to take that chance, or is it best for me to take the sack? Because then we just punt it, get my great-ass defense on the field. They're going to give me the ball back. Or as a game changer, now I might scramble, lose 20 yards, or make a great play and convert the first down. But what if I'm on my 20-yard line, the minus 20, and I take a sack to the 5-yard line? Now my punter is punting from the back of the end zone, and he gets it only to the minus 40. Now my defense has to come on the field with their offense getting the ball on the plus 45. I think at that, I'm throwing numbers. I can't remember, y'all. I wish I had that sheet Coach Archer gave. You were talking about if you get on a plus 45, that offense has 80-some% chance of putting points on the board. Shit, nowadays, with the way kickers kick field goals, there's a 100% chance that they probably going to score without even giving a yard. So you have to understand those. Unless you run a triple option, I think you want your court. Brandon, no, not serious. I'm gonna just tell you right now. My first couple of years in high school, we ran a triple option. I was definitely a game changer. I was a backup my sophomore year, and I was the game changer to come on. I was behind a senior. We shared time. Triple option, dude. The triple option really puts the onus on the quarterback. You don't have to pass the ball to be a game changer. Here's the thing I'll tell you in triple option, and this was my problem. I can count on one hand the amount of times I pitched it if the end of the guy whom we were reading to either give it to the dive. If he went down the dive and I pulled it, I kept the ball 99% of the time. Because I thought, and my running back most of the time was the freshman offensive MVP at in the Sun Belt. Was all state, all metro, all that stuff his senior year. And he missed 3 or 4 games that senior year, and he still made all state and all metro. Oh, but I kept the ball. Some people say it's selfish. So I say when I'm in that situation, if I pitch it, what if he drops it? He's also 2-3 yards behind me. Their guys can flow and get to the ball. But I'm at the line of scrimmage. I'm probably about a yard away from the line of scrimmage. All I need is one move, boom, boom, and I'm in there. So I'm going to say triple option, you have more game changes for quarterbacks there than you probably have in that offense. Because the quarterback controls the whole game in the triple option. And if you waggle a boot, it's the same thing. The quarterback controls the entire offense in the triple option now that I think about it. And I ran a triple option and we ran a spread-ish offense, 2 backs, spread. Sometimes we went 1 back. My senior year. Tommy Frazier was a dog. Tony Rice at Notre Dame was a dog too. They had some McNabb. What was McPherson before McNabb at Syracuse was a dog. See, now Brandon, you bringing up the old school. There were some dogs that ran that option back in those days. Tommy Frazier was good, but I'm gonna tell you, man, Tony Rice was different. And McPherson was different. McPherson was McPherson was the better thrower out of all those guys. But I wanted people. I hate it, and I don't understand why people get upset when somebody calls someone a game manager. Because in my estimation, it is harder to be a game manager. Simple as that. When you get to that level, you have excelled on all levels of football. To be a NFL quarterback, you have excelled on the 2 major levels. Let's say you excelled in high school and you excelled in college. To be a starter in the NFL, you have had a damn good career. And when you get to that level, you can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. It will not bother me. Because as long as I'm getting W's, as long as I'm keeping my starting job, because I'm handling my business like I'm supposed to. What's up, John? All right, John, you on Twitch now. But I keep forgetting, y'all. I'm on Twitch too. John, what's my handle on Twitch? Is it LA Bluegrass or V Style 17? I forgot I'm on Twitch. Okay, John, you handling all the angles. Hold on, I'm about to find out what my Twitch handle is. My Twitch handle is V Style 17. So if you on TikTok, on Twitter, I'ma call it Twitter until the day I end. It's V Style 17 on Twitch too. Um, there is not a damn thing wrong. Oh, really? Oh, so John is saying Twitch is faster. And I look clear. Huh. I need to probably do some more Twitch stuff. I'm too old, y'all. I'm just all this because I should be editing my lives and reclipping them, but I'm too old, I'm too lazy. I got a lot going on, but I probably need to do that. I probably need to hire someone. I don't know. But John, I appreciate you. So John, so I should take everybody to go to Twitch then. Hey, all of y'all. I appreciate all y'all watching whenever you watch. John said Twitch is a better platform to watch this on. And I'm gonna trust John because he has watched on all levels. Well, on all levels, on all platforms. So get your boy up on that because I don't even know how many followers I have on Twitch. I forgot I even had a Twitch account. So go over there and follow me too. So there is nothing wrong with being a game manager. I don't get why that's a problem. And I don't get why people have to come to the defense of Cam calling these guys game manager. It ain't like he's saying that he's the only game changer. He's just saying the guys are game managers. In in essence, some of them are. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Drake may, he's got, I think he's right. I think Drake May is closer to a game manager than a game changer, but Drake May isn't solely a game manager. Same thing, I think Bo Nix is, I'm going to call them hybrids. I'm trying to think of who's left that's a game manager. Jared Goff is probably a game manager. Who else is left, y'all? Just trying to think of. Caleb Williams is borderline game manager, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. Why is it like it's hovering over you like you wearing a scarlet letter A? Like, oh my God, he's got to like, dude, that is fine. I'm gonna tell you this: there are more game managers that win Super Bowls than game changers. Do you think Eli Manning is a game damn changer? He won two. You think Joe Flacco was a game changer? Do you think Hostetler was a game? Come on, man. It makes no sense. Cam butthurt because they call. Look, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is funny, Brandon. Here's the thing, man. What Phillip Rivers did this year needs to be hyped up more. Here is the thing, in my opinion, with Cam. That's my humble opinion. Cam is going to bring Cam to the locker room. And this is why it can be a problem. You're going to have guys who are going to love Cam. And you're going to have guys who are not going to like Cam. And that's not to say that when Phillips Rivers got there, you don't have the same thing. But here's the thing. The bridge between the two are bigger with Cam. because guys are going to go over the top with hating him or loving him because he brings that attention. There are some guys, it's like Michael Jordan. I'm not saying he's on the level of Michael Jordan, but he is going to come with that aura. He's also going to come with, and this is the thing about Cam that I hate, that is not talked about enough. Cam comes with a knowledge of the game that he's not given enough credit for. Cam is a high IQ quarterback, but he's never talked about on that level because of his athleticism. So when Cam comes to a situation, having the cachet that he has, it's like your Aaron Rodgers. No one says shit about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not coming to a situation to be a bag-up fucking quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is not coming to a situation to play a couple games just to get the reins back to the original starter. He ain't the only one. There are a lot of quarterbacks that have ego. The only difference is Cam wears it on his sleeve more than others. You don't think Joe Montana had a fucking ego? When they brought Steve, I'm a 49er. When they brought Steve Young to San Francisco, you don't think Joe Montana was pissed? You don't think Joe Montana went up to what's the to the GM and said this is some bullshit? You don't think Peyton Manning has a crazy ego? The only difference is Cam is flamboyant with it. And I don't flamboyant. Cam is out with it. And that rubs some people the wrong way, but it's also some people love it because of the transparency. So what I say with that is because he's outward, there are going to be fans and players in that locker room that don't like him being outward with it. You know who was a fucking egomaniac? Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman had that shit with him, but you wouldn't know it. Exactly. That's why Joe Montana went to the Chiefs, and then I think he got to the playoffs that year. All these quarterbacks have that ego, and I want people to understand, as a guy, person who plays the game more between the ears than with my athleticism, Cam is highly intelligent. His IQ is very, very high. Now I want y'all to understand this. How many years did Cam play with Steve Smith? Did they not trade Steve Smith after the first couple years? Cam never played with a stud receiver. That guy they got from, what was the guy? From Florida State, the big tall guy, he was a bust. Cam never played with a stud receiver after Steve Smith. Cam got that damn team to the damn Super Bowl. I want people to understand that Cam is highly. I watch the game a different way. Cam level, IQ level is Kevin Benjamin. Thank you, Brandon. Cam's IQ level is up there. It's unfortunate that we don't talk about it. But that guy's a game changer. And there are game changers. Patrick Mahomes is a game changer. Stafford is a game changer, in my opinion. I'm gonna say this: Joe Burrow is definitely more of a game changer than a game manager because Cincinnati can't do shit when he's not the quarterback. Like I think Baker Mayfield is closer to a game changer than a game manager. Like Tyler Shuck, I'm just thinking of guys off the top of my head, is a game manager. Damn, Kirk Cousins is the poster child for a game manager. Jordan Love, game manager. And McCarthy, game manager. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The majority of guys probably in the damn playoffs are game managers. By my definition. So, I don't get it. I am light on Kentucky content. No one's asked me questions about Kentucky. Hey, that's awesome. I'm gonna just get it with Brock Purdy, game manager. And I like Brock. I've liked Brock ever since he's been in Iowa State. I watched that kid. Who was the starting quarterback that got hurt? Wasn't it his true freshman year? And he had to play. And I don't know why I was watching that game. I'm like, man, I like this kid. And he's been a dude since then, but he's not a game changer. He had the same thing when he went to San Francisco. He's not a game changer. He is definitely a game manager. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's getting paid a shit ton of money to be what he is. And ain't not a damn thing wrong with that. I would rather look, it's the same thing, y'all, as the whole thing of people getting upset with someone saying they're overrated. Fuck that. I'd rather be overrated than have no expectation. To be overrated means people had a high level of expectation for you to be something that you might not have quite reached the pinnacle of that expectation. But somebody thought that you was going to be elite. No one calls overrated if you just a special teams guy. And no, overrated guys are guys who start and are very good players. And people try to elevate you too high. Shit, they call Brian Urlacher. Some people call Brian Urlacher overrated. Brian Urlacher, if he's not already in the Hall of Fame, I don't think he is. He will be in the Hall of Fame. He is in the Hall of Fame already. When did Brian get in the Hall of Fame? 2018. Shit, he's been in there for a minute. A lot of people call that guy overrated. I want y'all to understand that. And that guy's in the fucking Hall of Fame. A lot of guys got to get upset because Ray Lewis was the best linebacker, and some people like Brian Early. Oh, he's not Ray Lewis. He's overrated. He's a Hall of Famer. So it's kind of the same thing. There's nothing wrong with being overrated. There's nothing wrong with being a system quarterback. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager. As long as you produce on that 53 and a third by 120-yard rectangle. That's all that matters. There are haters. If you don't have people that call, look, Coach Stewart's getting some good talent. I hope so. If you don't have haters, you are not doing well enough. The better you are at your profession, whatever it is, brings a lot of haters because that's what it brings. It brings attention, and people are going to say, why is you, her, them, they getting all this attention? So wear that like a badge. Having haters, being labeled stuff, means that people are paying attention to your life and to your actions and to the way you interact with whomever you interact with. The less haters you have, the less people talking bad about you, you might need to step your game up. So I'm going to end it on that one. Man, why do we keep smashing with Nebraska players? I don't know. Since just us, Twitch, the Second Life, I'm DJing. John, are you a DJ? I didn't know that, John. Pollard, who are we going against again with Nebraska? Is that somebody more than the quarterback? I don't know, man. All this, I'm not paid to keep up to date on all this portal stuff, because that portal stuff, bruh, that's a lot. And I don't want to deal with all that shit. That is a lot. To deal with the portal? Wow. That's not my job. Now, if somebody wants me to do that, hey, somebody wants me to do that, I am available to do it. But since I'm not, so since no one wants me to, since no one has inquired or hired me to do it, I'm done. Oh, okay. You talking about in a history? Okay, I thought you talking about we got another player that Nebraska won. So because of that, y'all, like I said with the hater thing, I'm out. I will see y'all. Tomorrow night, y'all. Tomorrow night, it's the locker. The locker 411. You know what? Go to Twitter. If you're on the TikToks, go to Twitter or go to YouTube. It's the locker 411. Myself and Anthony White. We broadcast 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow I will be on the locker. So I will not be doing a broadcast tomorrow, Thursday. You have a good night, and don't forget to watch the locker tomorrow at 9 p.m.